What if I told you there's a proven path back to deep intimacy, trust, and desire with your wife? Not some vague advice, not therapy speak, a real roadmap with exact stages so you know what to do at each step. Your confidence would skyrocket because you'd finally have clarity instead of chaos. So today, I'm breaking down the 5 stages every man goes through to win his wife back. I've helped thousands of men save their marriages using the heroic husband method. And I've seen the exact patterns, the thoughts, the emotions, the habits that either push her away or pull her back. If you don't understand these stages, you'll look back with nothing but regret. But if you learn them and lead yourself through them, you can become the best version of yourself and rebuild what was lost. So let's get into it. Stage 1 is called negative sentiment. This is where she feels nothing for you, completely shut down, apathetic. For you, high anxiety, despair, defeat. Your mind is spinning with regret, replaying every mistake on a loop. You're obsessing over how to fix things, texting her about random stuff, checking your phone every 5 minutes, hoping she'll respond. Maybe you're apologizing over and over, trying to force a conversation about the relationship. Here's the problem, though. When you're in a negative sentiment, nothing you do matters. She can't see any action as positive because her emotions filter it as set to done. It's like you're trying to plant seeds in a frozen ground. You can work all you want. Nothing grows until the soil thaws. So what do? You reset the scales. You clear the table. Step 1 is give her correct space. Not fake space where you think leaving notes in the car or texting about nothing. Real space where you step back and focus on yourself. Step 2 is you have to figure out how you fell apart in the first place. Most men I work with have this breakthrough after one call with my team. They say, "Oh, I thought it was this, but now I see it's actually that." I know exactly what to do. When you do this work internally, curiosity starts to replace resentment in her mind. She thinks, "I haven't heard from him in a while. What's he up to?" That curiosity, that's the crack in the wall, and that's when you move to stage 2. Look, if you're stuck in stage 1 and you want clarity on what you're actually dealing with, book a free call with me and my team. We'll assess where you're at and give you a precise plan to move forward. Links in the description. All right, so stage 2 is the resentment switch. At stage 2, she hates you now. That's better than nothing, right? Hate means she still feels something. You're moving from despair to cautious hope, but you're also anxious and frustrated and emotionally reactive. Your thoughts sound like, "She's so cold. I don't even recognize her. Why can't she see her part in this?" Here's what kills guys at this stage. Trying to talk about the relationship, writing letters, forcing dates, begging for counseling, or flipping it to the other extreme and pretending you don't care, right? Both are needy. Both push her away because that's you and your feminine polarity, which pushes her into her masculine polarity. Imagine trying to convince someone to trust you while you're still panicking. They can feel your desperation, even if you're saying the right words. So, what should you do instead? Shift your focus from saving your marriage to becoming a better man. Not for her, for you. Take 180-degree action. Identify the parts of yourself that pushed her away, and then do the opposite. Start leading yourself, working out, handling your emotions, being unreactive when she tests you. And trust me, she will test you. She'll say, "Make these changes for the next woman." One day, she'll say she loves you. The next, she'll say it's over. This is normal. Don't react. One of my clients, we're going to call him Jacob, was a pilot, high achiever, but his wife felt emotionally unsafe because he never opened up. After working through this stage, he learned to stay calm when she pushed his buttons. That stability, that's what made her feel safe again. When you lead with calm strength, when you're unreactive and grounded, the ratio starts to balance into 50-50 positive to negative. That's when you hit stage 3. Stage 3 is the polarity pool. This is confusing as hell. One day she's warm, planning trips, maybe even intimate with you. The next day, she's filing for divorce. You feel like you're dating two people. Your thoughts? Is this real? Will it last? Why is she still testing me? Well, here's the trap. You listen to her negative emotions and believe them. Or you get complacent. You think, nah, I'm almost there. I can ease up now. Both will send you back to stage 1. What you need to do is keep leading, keep working on yourself, stay detached from her reactions. Don't push the relationship talk. Don't bring up resentment that you're holding on to. Forgive her, not for her, but for you. Think of it like walking through a storm. The wind shifts constantly. If you stop every time it changes direction, you'll never get through. But if you keep walking, steady, focus, you make it to the other side. When she sees that you're not shaken by her back and forth energy, she starts to trust you again. She thinks, maybe he's really changed. That's when we move to stage 4. Now, stage 4 is projected reality. So you're 80% there, 80% positive, and 20% negative. You feel confident, grounded, emotionally in control. You're no longer depending on her reactions. You've stopped chasing outcome. Guys I coach who are at this stage, when they share their wins, they don't talk about their wives. They talk about their own growth. One guy told me, 3 months in, my wife approached me wanting to reconcile. She said I was a changed man, and she can tell I wasn't pretending. This is just who I am now. That's what stage 4 looks like. You're leading effortlessly, planning dates, talking, taking initiative, being vulnerable without needing reassurance. You're projecting a future she wants to be part of. But here's the final test. Before she fully trusts you again, she'll put up one last boundary. She wants to see if you'll compromise who you are just to keep the peace. Don't. Hold your values. Risk losing her to stay true to yourself. When you pass that test, that's where stage 5 happens. Stage 5 is intimacy, engagement. You made it. Not just back to where you were, but better. One of my clients said, it's overwhelmingly good. We're back to how we were when we first got married. Planning our future together, the relationship is better than it's ever been. This stage is possible for every man. But here's the key. Your internal state reflects your external reality. When you adopt the mindset of stage 4 or stage 5, she changes. I've seen it hundreds of times. If you're motivated but stuck, it's not motivation you need, it's awareness. Most guys aren't given the right information. There's a lot of noise out there, and most of it doesn't work. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to book a free call with my team. We'll assess exactly the stage that you're in and give you a precise plan to move forward to the next one. A lot of guys ask, how do I show her my changes if she's not talking to me? Well, here's the truth. You can't force it. The man asking that question isn't the man who wins his wife back. The man who focuses on himself, who lets go of needing approval or needing to prove anything, that's the man she eventually reaches out to. I've seen it too many times to doubt it. So stop trying to show her, start becoming him. Click the link to book your call below. Let's get you moving forward with clarity and precision. Or if you want to check out our Heroic Cousin book and see how powerful it is for yourself, that's also in the description below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.